What is up all? Rat Damaged, Cursed. And this album came out in 2012 on FYBS Records on LP and Buried in Hell Records on CD. Rat Damage are a 5-piece from Sacramento, California, and they play very grimy, old-style, thrashy, hardcore punk. And with Cursed, Rat Damage has added a second guitarist, and there is a definite beefed-up impact on their sound. It's a lot fuller, and there are riffs galore just slicing and dicing throughout this LP. Opening up this beast is the track You Got God, I Got Problems, which starts out with two guitars playing very thrashy punk rock riffs, a bass guitar just bottoming out their sound with this really rubbery old school punk bass style, and the drums that are really gluing everything together as the vocalist spits with this very raspy, nasty snarl that just makes me think of fucked up dirty alleyways and heroin needle covered streets or meth houses that are just littered with trash, and there's just bed bugs and old mattresses laying everywhere, and it's just overpopulated. Just a really nasty but awesome vocal sound that is projected from the vocalist. I love the lyrics. They're pretty straightforward, but there's enough left to interpretation. This track in particular, from what I gather, is about Christians or whatever other religion living high and mighty, feeling like they are above everybody else, and they are just riding on their false horse and avoiding real problems because Jesus is their co-pilot. And this track is what I interpret as double middle fingers to the Christian class or whatever religion lives this way, looking down on other people, judging other people. And the line, "You got answers, model citizen, won't talk to me because I got problems," which reminds me a lot of growing up in a religious family with a Bible shoved in my hands from an early age, and basically being taught to judge others who didn't share the faith. But I quickly realized this is complete fucking bullshit from an early age. To me, it's just a complete mess of fuckery. But yeah, I really like this track because of that. It reminds me of just growing up in this fucked up environment based around religion. Another track I really like on here is the track Kids. It's about having all these huge dreams and then thinking about those dreams as the years fly by. And as you get older, those dreams haunt you as you approach death. And this track, Kid, is played at such a rabid speed and with such a vengeance, it literally gives me goosebumps. It's fucking brilliant. Another track I'm really digging on here is the track 1939, which is also on the self-titled 7-inch by Rat Damage. And it truly has new life breathed into it as a 5-piece. With those thrashy guitars, it really crushes this track in a good way. That rubbery bass work and that vulgar vocal delivery, with lyrics about grandpa giving a life lesson to a young boy, basically stating, open up your mouth and speak your mind, and never quit speaking your mind, because zipped lips create slaves. And there's the repeated line, less silence, more violence, that will really just stick in your head. Another track I'm really digging on here is a track called Rat Damage. It's fast, vicious, circle pit, hardcore punk that is just firing on all cylinders, just absolutely gnarly sounding, and it's about being awoken in the middle of the night by rats gnawing through the walls, and you can hear rats running through the halls. And another track that reminds me of meth houses, and even brings to mind visions from the meth houses from the show Breaking Bad. This track is sick as fuck. My favorite track on here is the track Cursed/Pills. And the Cursed portion of this track has this very doomsday hardcore punk sound that is very thrashy, and it has this rise and fall action to it. And the vocalist is spewing about every day being a nightmare, self-hatred, stress, and the walls in his head just getting thicker day by day. And as the Pills portion of this track creeps in, it takes us into this very venomous head charge of speed as the vocalist spits about the doping of America with antidepressants, and as he repeatedly yells pills, pills, pills throughout the entire track with his just very nasty, damaged snarl. Amazing, amazing fucking track. I love punk rock of this breed. In my opinion, punk rock should be just nasty and ugly sounding. And that's exactly what this album offers. And every track on this record is like driving a steel pike through your frontal lobe. And every track is extremely memorable. And after listening to Cursed all the way through, you'll have phrases such as, "Let's get high and die," "Witch doctor, warmonger," "Less silence, more violence," "Pills, pills, pills," "Demon, demon, demon," "You got God, I got problems," "Holy faces, rotting souls," and "Slow suicide streaming through your head." But yeah, if you're into punk rock that's just absolutely just ugly, gnarly, gives you visions of crack houses and just heroin needles everywhere, and it's just absolutely rabid, this is definitely where you should be at. Check out the description box below where I'll have links to tracks from this album so you can listen to it and form your own opinion about it, as well as links to FYBS Records and Buried in Hell Records. I highly recommend this record. Definitely check it out. It's Rat Damage, Cursed, and it came out in 2012 on FYBS Records on LP and Buried in Hell Records on CD. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you all next time.